If you're one of the 1.8 billion people worldwide with a Gmail account, you want to listen to this. So cyber criminals have you in their sights. A new scam is catching Aussies off guard, with hackers sending phishing emails and then using a tool that can steal your web security in real time. So what do you need to know, and how can you avoid becoming a victim? For more, we're joined by Jordan Newnham from CyberCX live in Canberra. Thanks for joining us. So Jordan, this scam sounds very widespread. What is it?
Yeah, well, you're absolutely right, Shervo. This is just a fact of life in the digital age. Scammers are getting increasingly and incredibly sophisticated in the ways that they're trying to make us part with our hard-earned cash. So even if consider yourself a technologically savvy internet user, this is a scam that could easily trip you up. And we know that there's around 7.5 million Australians who use Gmail. This is a scam that's actively being exploited on Gmail. The hackers will be downloading a set of tools and software from the dark web at a very low cost, and then using that software to send an email to you that looks quite legitimate, like it is from Gmail or Google, and asking you to click on a link and sign back into Gmail because of some security reason or other. Now, the clever part about this scam that's quite devastating is that's a legitimate Gmail sign-in page. Unfortunately, once you've clicked the link, you're not on your computer anymore, you're on the scammer's computer. And they're harvesting your information and getting full access to your account.
OK, what are the red flags? How can we look out for this one?
Yeah, as I said, scammers are getting increasingly sophisticated. They're using AI and other tools to make it harder for us to spot the red flags, but they are there. So the first red flag to look out for is, have you ever received an email from this person before? Even if they're claiming to be from Gmail or Google, from their security team, if you've never received an email from them before, that's a red flag. The turns of phrase and the grammar they use might feel a bit off. So again, they're probably using AI to craft even better and cleverer messages which are harder to detect. They don't have typos and really obvious mistakes. But they might say something like, this email hopes to find you well, rather than, I hope this email finds you well.
Right. Geez, you've got to be really vigilant, don't you? So many people have already fallen victim to this. What happens if you do log in and click on that link?
Well, help is always at hand. Unfortunately, if you have clicked on it, your credentials might now be in the pocket of a scammer. But the really important thing would be to stay vigilant for this sort of scam in the first place. So prevention is better than cure. Make sure you're using unique and complex passwords. So if you think you have seen this email in your Gmail and you've clicked on it and you've fallen victim to this, make sure you go and change that password and your login credentials for Gmail immediately. If you are visiting websites and you see a URL, it might look like a Gmail sign-in page, but the URL has some strange characters or extra numbers in there. That's a red flag. And make sure that if you are victim to this, you are reporting it to Google and also to ACCC Scam Watch, which has lots of resources for victims of scams.
Jordan, just really quickly too, how often should we change our passwords?
Well, the general advice is you should change your password as often as you change your toothbrush. So if you go and buy a new toothbrush because the old one's worn out, that's a sort of indication that it's time to change your passwords as well. But the best thing you can do these days is actually get a password manager and just outsource all of that so that you know you won't know any of your passwords off by heart anymore, but your password manager will be using really complex, 15, 16 character long passwords for all your accounts, and you don't have to worry about it.
Great advice. I feel like I need to change some of my passwords right now. What about you, Nat?
Yeah, and my toothbrush.
Yes.